It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Fins and the Hawks, and it's coming up next.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Seattle.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The connection made, it's Graham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Past the 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 31 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that's how they envision to get the football to start the game and score. point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and 5. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That throw by Marino, incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw is Marino. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for Miami.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Now it's Marino. And that's incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. The gun, it's Marino. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. With Marino. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The Seahawks send out their punter.
Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Marino's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Marino sets up. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll throw on 1st down with Marino. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw again is Marino. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the shotgun, Marino. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
This is our time. Our time.
On 2nd and a yard. Marino firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Marino will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Marino. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go.
The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Push him back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He juked him, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Marino to throw it. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Marino to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Marino. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Johnson. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now they'll throw it with Marino. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Marino here from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. After the interception, here's Marino. And that is incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in a 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Marino to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They don't give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And back onto the field, here comes the Dolphins defense. And everything's going to rest on this drive. Can they keep them out of field goal range, because a field goal would win it?
So now you're in that position of you can't just back off and give them easy throws. At the same time, you don't want to press them so hard they go over the top and beat you deep. So you're playing a tight defense with an idea that you have the lead. Whatever you do, don't let them in the field goal range and give that up.
So maybe tight but not too tight. Right?
Exactly. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's kind of like lacing up your shoes. Get it exactly right and no more.
See if they lace them right. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk of the previous play.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.